And it should be tweeted out if you want to retweet, babe.
Live.
Yay.
See, I wonder if we can knock. I wonder if we can knock Hearthstone out of number 6 or whatever
Number Hearthstone out of number 6 what?
on Twitch TV. Everybody's streaming.
Well, of course they're doing that.
Hey, Boba Fett.
Hey, Boba Fett, how'd you know? Oh, because this is Nigel Fett, and that you know people's names. I forgot. Jay knows everyone. I'm like, who is that again? And then
I
Jay
don't
knows stuff.
remember anybody's
Okay,
name.
I'm not the only one.
Nigel
No,
Fett.
yeah, I'm terrible at that. Especially because their name on Twitter doesn't always match their name on Twitch, on Ustream, on, everything else.
Right. Oh, Sam and X is there too. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam. Yay, we have people. I'd be embarrassed if we didn't have any. I'd be like, well, sorry.
Well, it's Saturday.
I know, but still.
I
Saturday.
would be embarrassed to be like, oh, no one wants to see me.
No.
Saturday Flash. No, did you listen to the last episode?
With Tom?
With Tom? He was
I
like,
haven't yet.
oh, he was like, because we were talking about um, having Kim on, and he was like, everybody should be there. I
He's
think
amazing.
I think he
really
did a cat
is.
call. Also, he was like,
He
or
did.
something like that. It was
He
awesome.
whistled at you. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he has
Woohoo!
huge props. So, but yeah, what's going on, Shayo? It's been little over 12 hours
I know.
since we
Hey,
last talked.
Udella. And Udella's in the
Yep.
house.
What's going on, you Della? All right. So you have everything. I have
Boba
everything.
Fetish was taken, I guess, because it kind of makes sense why it would be taken, I guess.
No.
Because Boba Fett, Tish, I can kind of see why it
Let's
was taken.
see.
Oh, look at the creeper over your shoulder. Look out.
Hello, dear sir.
It's empty.
May I fill your tea?
is it is it tea or coffee?
I drink coffee.
Mm.
Um, he drinks tea. He doesn't drink any coffee anymore.
Oh, okay.
My, I love how I get an email that says your retweet got retweeted.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's see.
Kim retweeted one of your
Yeah, I
retweets.
have some that turned on because I like to try to. Like I said. Okay.
I don't know why my retweet. I usually don't care, but
What?
wait, what
You just don't care what?
about the retweet stuff?
All right. Guess we'll get this show started. You know what I'm saying? I am hiding my face today, and I'm gonna do the whole show like this. So
Are you gonna do this?
it's gonna be like this the whole show.
I'm wearing my look
I'm being
Yay!
look what I'm
incognito.
wearing to commemorate.
Boobs.
No, well, boobs are always there. Boobs are always there, but I got a skull on my boobs now. So
Yeah.
Woohoo!
All right. Yep. It's 5 after. We go ahead and get started. Yep. Um.
I don't have those.
oh, the fans. I love that you don't. Oh yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
No.
Like, don't even start.
See, I'm not gonna tell you everything Tom said. Nah, I think he.
See, I listen
No.
to my podcasts at work, and I haven't been to work since you
Oh.
guys recorded. So they're all in my iPod right now.
Oh yeah, that's how it is with me as well. Um. Yeah, that was So that was Thursday. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. But yeah. No, I was just. It was like she's beautiful. I think he called her beautiful. It was so
Yeah,
sweet. It
I
was
think he did
awesome.
call you beautiful.
But anyway, cool. Let's go ahead and get started. We can talk about this.
You
Let's
can.
And
see.
DragonCon.
Oh, of course. That is in the notes, right, babe?
DragonCon's
Is it?
not. I'll put that right under Nerdtacular. DragonCon.
Yeah, because most of the stuff
I just put that in the weekend wrap up. It doesn't really belong there, but hey, we're gonna talk about it
we're gonna
there.
talk. You know how it goes in the weekend wrap up. We just go straight into talking. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just broken into sections for us. So anyway, okay. All right. All that's minimized. I feel like Scott sometimes. It's like, put that down. Put that down. What was I doing? Oh gosh. Why do I get nervous? I really don't know why I get nervous.
Because Kim's awesome.
I see no.
You do not have to be
All right.
nervous
I
around
know.
me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Anyway. All right. We're
No,
gonna.
I get nervous every single time too. I mean, I think everyone does. I heard Veronica talking about the anxiety she has sometimes, like most of the time when she does
Really?
things. And I'm like, you really? So
Wow.
seriously,
I wouldn't think that.
everybody does.
I know Scott always feels like he has to poop, so but he tells everyone this. So it's not,
Yeah.
it's just a thing for him.
I wish I did have a live audio only stream. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna hit the record button now. All right. Oh, that was real low.
Yeah, I heard it, but I heard it way too
Yeah, that
late.
was way low. All
I didn't hear it.
right. Yeah, it was real low.
Coming to you from Louisville,
It's
Kentucky.
the Valentine Cast with your down under couple, Jay and Renee Valentine.
Today is Saturday, August 17th, 2013.
Saturday, and this is episode 122.
It is Saturday.
It
At first,
is.
I thought I did the wrong one. I was like, it is Saturday, right? It is Saturday. Okay, it's Saturday.
It is.
No, it's Sunday.
Oh, yeah, it's Sunday. In the future, it's Sunday.
And
Ooh.
what is that lovely noise that my ears hear coming from the
The
future?
dulcet tones that you're hearing, we have a special guest, Kim Price. Yay!
Yay!
Hi, Kim.
Hello. Thank you guys so much for
Okay.
having me on. I've been wanting to do this for so long, but we've just never been able to get together.
And we did it. Did it.
Yep, we
Yeah.
did it.
Yay.
And this is awesome. Thank you
Yep.
so much for taking the time. And Renee.
Kim is one of the wonderful three hosts of Ladies of Leet.
Goddesses.
The goddesses of Ladies of Leet, along with Nicole Spagnola and Stephanie. Does Stephanie ever say your last name?
She does not.
Stephanie. It is a podcast about gaming with a little added women's perspective in there.
Yeah.
And recently, she is also the creator of Zombinista, a website and vlog about surviving the zombie apocalypse in style.
Yeah.
And I've been really enjoying those. I actually watched the latest one with Joey and how he does not look happy at all in his zombie jacket. He's like, "Look, Mom, this is silly now. Zombies are not even real. You got me up in this
What?
thing with spikes."
Wait a minute. Zombies aren't real.
At least that's what Joey seems to think. Joey's like, "I ain't gonna need
Oh,
this."
okay. Okay.
Well, exactly. That's what he thinks. But I'm getting him prepared just in case.
I know. And
'Cause
he will thank you
eventually they're
later.
going to come.
I know.
We know they're going to come.
And he will
So
thank you
he has to
later.
be prepared.
And he'll be like, "I'm so glad you made me wear this horrific jacket because it saved me." And
Exactly.
I wanted
Exactly. Yeah, he did not enjoy that at all. So he got mega, mega treats
where did
yesterday.
so tell me, how did you come up with the idea of Zombinista?
So I was reading some blogs and survival guides, and they all talked about all the preparation that you do to get ready for the zombies coming. But it was all, weapons, and it was all food and
Day packs.
provisions and things like that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, why doesn't anybody say a hairbrush? I mean,
You would need
that's like
that. Yeah.
a very simple thing. And then I started thinking, if I was in the zombie apocalypse and I couldn't brush my hair, I would be like grumpy and pissy, and I wouldn't feel very good about myself. And
Right.
I would be like, who cares? Let's just, blah. But
Right.
then I thought, well, if I could just brush my hair and put it up and feel a little more empowered, then I would probably be able to take on the world. So, I just thought, you know what? Let's get a different perspective out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I love the art that's on there. Let me make sure I get the name right. Paul Rocker did
Yep.
the art. It's so awesome. It's like a girl's like, oops, and half her body's kind of great. But I'm enjoying it. I love
Thank
the
you.
colors. It's very retro, like
Right.
50s diner style. I love it.
Well,
And
so and the Xanar, who's in the guild, and Xanar
Hmm.
Cat, she did the logo for me. Hey,
That's right.
Joey, so sorry.
no,
No,
it's okay. We have
Yeah.
dogs.
he's in training. He thought you said the command, and he thought there was a zombie, so he was totally practicing to see if he was distracting the zombie.
Actually, he saw a little zombie dog walking in front of the window, and he's a big bad dog, and he
it,
protects me, so
it cracks
he
me up
had to
how
do that.
foo-foo he looks, but he's not at all. It's so hilarious.
I love
Yeah,
it.
he's pretty fierce though. I mean, he's not like actually mean, but he's pretty fierce.
Oh yeah.
He does not like people coming around me, and if he doesn't know you and he thinks I'm threatened, he's
Hmm.
all over you.
That's awesome.
That's
He's a good
awesome.
little guard dog there.
So
Yeah.
you was talking about Zen Arcade and the artwork.
Yeah, so she actually did the logo for me,
That's
That's
great.
and
awesome.
helped me work out the colors because she's an artist
Oh,
and she does that for a living.
yeah, she's very
She does
talented.
those. Do you
Very.
guys know what she
The
does?
AIE deck cards, she did those. I
Oh
remember.
wow!
She did.
I'm
Yes,
so
those are awesome.
And
jealous.
And
but what does she do?
for a living, she does those magazines for rental houses and rental apartments. You know how you got all the
Oh.
beautiful pictures in there and
Right.
everything?
Uh-huh.
That's what she does for a living.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. She does some
Really?
amazing, amazing work.
Wow.
See, that's amazing. See, I wish I had a talent. I have zero talent. If
And she also did the sword and laser logo.
did she really?
Really?
You know what? I
She did.
love that laser. I love that logo. I love that laser.
Yep, I like
But
lasers
Yep.
too.
but yeah, she's super talented. Like, oh, the sword laser is so good.
So,
Maybe we
so
need a new
you
logo.
started Zombinista, because like you said, you wanted the whole fashion thing and everything else. But where do you see it going here? Short term and long term. Where would you what if you could have anything? What's your dream for Zombinista?
Um,
Aside from having a lady army of Zombinistas killing machines, which you have some already. I know.
Yes, some Zombinista.
yes, yes. So basically, I would love to do like a book, a pamphlet, more kind of a guide.
Right.
Not a big thick one, but kind of a small one that you can carry in your bag with you.
Right. Like
So
a
it's just like a
survival
quick
guide.
reference
Right.
type
Oh, that's
thing.
such a great. I would so buy that because when zombies come, I need to be on my A game. So, I
Well,
do feel
exactly.
good when
And
I
that's
look
the thing.
good.
You've got to
So,
prepare beforehand.
Right.
You can't be doing it on the day because it's just not going to work. Um, I would also like to have some more women-centric gear
Hmm.
out there and women-centric preparation tools
Right.
because it's really, if you look at almost everything out there, it's all men-centric or
Right.
it's neutral. I wouldn't say it's men-centric, but
Right.
it's just neutral stuff. And I don't know, I like pink. I
right.
know it's like feminist. Oh, you can't
Uh,
like pink, but I love
I think
pink.
it's
Right.
silly. It's
Right.
like it's just as bad if you say you can't like pink as if it is a woman has to like pink. It's
Right.
just as bad. So
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
some
Exactly,
people
exactly.
like the
So I would
pink.
I would really like to see some more survival equipment that is women focused.
Right. You just want to see a little bit more diversity out there. Like it kind of reminds me
Exactly.
of what was the movie with the dude from Tim Allen and
Santa Claus.
no Christy
Uh,
Allen, where they
uh,
were
uh,
the Amish men,
uh,
and they were doing
Amish men.
they were
Amish
undercover.
Mafia.
No,
Um,
and they were undercover. They were undercover, but they were running from the law.
Miss Congeniality.
No, they got into the Oh man,
Let's
what
see if
show is that? Because they end up living with the Amish, hiding from the law.
who are you sure this was who
It
again?
was Tim Allen.
Are
Oh,
you
that
sure it
was
was Tim?
Harrison Ford.
Was that Harrison Ford?
No, that was
No,
another one.
no, and it's a
I know which movie you're talking about. I
Back to the
can't think of it.
Future, Shayo said.
no, it's not. No, it's not Back to the Future. But anyway, they were in the Amish, this whole Amish community, and they had like a fashion show where they where where they changed the Amish clothing. They added color and all this other
I don't think
stuff.
you
Oh,
dreamed this. I don't
I
think it's
did
really
not dream
happened.
this because this is one
This
of
sounds
my.
like a dream.
You know what? Tim
I don't think
Allen
it's Tim Allen. You're talking
no, there
about the.
was a Tim Allen one. I do remember there was one.
for
Tim.
for richer or
And
poor.
yeah,
Oh,
For
for
richer
Richard.
or poor is what it was.
For
for
It
Rich.
richer or poor,
came out in '97.
1997.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was a senior in high school. I wouldn't worry about that.
You were what?
For a senior in high school.
Oh my gosh, I feel so old.
Yeah.
No, no. I feel old when I'm around people who are like, yeah. Like
I had already been in the Air Force for 12 years at that
my
point.
coworkers are like, some of them are like 10 years younger than me. So it feels a little crazy.
Or, yeah, and then I had my first kid in '97.
Yeah. Thanks. You all made me feel
I'm
better.
not going to tell you when I had for my first kid because
Well, no one
then
would
I'll feel
believe.
like I'm
No
No
one would
one would
believe.
believe you.
That's true. Everyone like, you are such a liar.
You
You did
know.
not have that kid. You just
Yeah.
had your kid like last year. There's no way.
Yeah.
But
And so so that would be cool.
I
Seeing a
forgot
little
what I was going to
survival
say.
guide that would be freaking
That would be
out. That
great.
would be amazing. And before we get to the ladies elite, you have your own entry in IMDb.
You
I
do?
do, which
Yes.
freaked me out. I'm like,
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
she has
from
her
the
own entry in the
was that
IMDb.
when you were in
from the
the guild,
guild.
right?
Right.
Yeah, I
So
was on the guild for about 2 seconds. I
right.
think it's season 2. Uh, I think it's around like episode 6. I'm not positive about that, but they had a contest, and you sent in guild applications,
Right.
and so I sent one in, and I got on the show. So it was really cool. It was really fun, and so then I got a signed copy of the Guild season 2 DVD with the entire cast signed it.
Oh, that's
That's
So
awesome.
awesome.
it's really nice.
So
Yeah,
you have to change your name because there's already another Kim Price out there. So
Well,
I
well,
start
know.
changing your
nah, she
name.
doesn't change her name unless she wants to pay to be into the Actors
Oh,
Guild
the
or whatever it's
actors.
called.
Is it actors? No, it's
Um,
Actors Guild. Screen Actors Guild.
Screen Actors Guild. Then you have
Oh
to change your
yeah.
Then you have to
name.
like Kim A Price or Kim P Price, whatever your middle name is.
Yep.
You have to
So
I could be like a Kimmy Price or
Kimmy
yeah.
a Kimber
Price.
Price or
Kimber.
Well, why
yeah,
do
do
that? Then you
something
can just
funny.
you could just change your name to Molly.
Oh,
That's
I could be
true.
Molly Price. Is there a Molly Price up there?
Let's look. I'm on IMDb right
So
now.
and while she's looking it
Molly
up,
Price.
Let's find me an IMDb name.
Yeah, there's already a Molly Price. She's in
really,
the. What's the third watch?
boo.
I mean, I don't see how they can do that. There's like so many names. There's only so many names in the
There
world.
are.
Well, that's
You know.
why. So you remember Garaja from AIE, right? Who was in
Hmm.
the movie Southbounders. His name is McClurk McClurk McClarkin, I think.
McClurchin or something like that.
McClurkin,
Yeah.
but that's not his real last name, is it?
No. Oh, that's his real name, but his stage name is different. I think.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
it's
He had to
yeah.
change his last name
So, but he
so that he
explained
could
this.
be.
Explained the whole thing to me because I saw his name in on IMDb, and then I have his battle tag, and I was like, okay, what's the deal?
What's your
Did you
What's
take
your real name,
did
dude?
you take your wife's name, or which I do know some men that have,
I don't know
and there's
any
nothing
man
wrong
who
with
has.
that.
No, there's nothing wrong. I say, when you get married, you look at your last name and you look and see if your future spouse's name is better, and then if it is, you take that, because that's what I did. I was
Right.
like, Valentine Crocker. Hello. So I said,
Oh
Valentine.
yeah, Valentine is great. I would love to have that last name. That is like the best last name ever.
Aw,
Price
I
is
always
pretty
wanted
cool. Like the Price is Right. It's
I
good.
always wanted to have a last name that was the same as my first name. So, K. I wanted to
mhm.
have a last name that was with K. And I'd gone
Oh.
out with this guy named John Kennedy. I know.
Mhm. and
But I was always like, Kim Kennedy. Does
Kim
that
Kennedy.
sounds awesome?
Kim Kennedy, Kim
Kim
Kennedy,
Kim
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 Kennedy,
Curie.
Exactly.
That would be great.
Boba Fett.
Exactly.
Boba Fett did point out that Kim Molly seems to be available.
TB
Kim,
Kim Molly
then
Price.
last name Molly is available.
Kim
That would
Kim and
work.
then Molly.
Or
Yeah.
you can be Molly Kim, and then people will start hiring you
Thinking
for
I'm,
Easter
yeah,
films.
anime and stuff.
Be like, maybe she's Vietnamese. No, it's not how it
Right,
works.
right.
Yep. Yes.
That's
So,
awesome.
and then Renee also touched on Ladies of Leet.
I did. Yeah.
Um,
This is how one of the ways I got to really know
mhm.
Kim at first before I really knew her. Tell us when that started. I want to know the history because I never heard how it started.
So back
You need to listen to
in, I
Behind
think,
the
I don't
Avatar.
know, maybe
I know.
2009, maybe 2010. I can't remember the exact year, but Nicole and Stephanie and I all raided together. We all played together in WoW, and we all were at BlizzCon together. And after BlizzCon, Nicole contacted me and she's like, hey, we should do a video or a podcast together about gaming. I'm like, oh my God, I would love that. That would be so cool. And so we were trying to think of, well, who should our third be? Because we really do need a third.
Right.
And we went through a whole list of names and we're like, oh, duh, Stephanie. I mean, she's our guild or she's our raid leader. She's pretty much knows everything and she loves video games. So we asked her and then we all sat down and were like, okay, now what do we call this?
Right.
And we came up with a name and it's all history from there.
With a
Yep.
tagline that says, "Because you don't need a Willie to play video
Oh, that
games."
is the tagline. That's
I
awesome.
think that actually came from Terpster. I think he came up with
That
that
sounds like something
line.
he'd say.
Nice.
And
Exactly.
and I also love it because you can always say "ladies o fleet" and it's the same thing. It's
Right.
so great, "ladies o fleet."
So,
Yeah.
it was actually
We didn't really think about that when we made the name.
right.
It
So
happened.
you all started actually. It was September 2009. I'm
Oh, okay.
Wow,
looking at
that
the
was so
Frog Pants
long
wiki right
ago.
now. So I
Oh,
have to
yeah, I
ask,
forgot about that.
aside from which, aside from Terpster, I just want to ask, can I be a honorary lady of Leet?
Because Terpster is.
Because Terpster's one.
Yes, of course you
And because I
can.
think it was
We,
Damn.
Terps has been on. Scott and Brian don't count because they're frogmen.
They don't count.
And Terps is younger than me, so I'm competing with Terps now. And then you
I
also
think
had.
we had Randy on
Oh,
too.
that is right.
I think
And
those are the only four guys that we've had
I thought
on
Mike
so
Schramm was
far.
on. Why did I think Mike
We
Schramm
had
was
Mike
on
Schramm
once?
on.
I am not the person to
I don't know.
ask.
You
I
probably
don't think
didn't.
we've had him actually on the show. Me and Nicole
Oops.
have been on his show,
Mhm.
and we have. Oh, Ralph has been on. Yeah, Ralph came
Oh,
on.
that is right.
Ralph is
That was a
great.
Yes.
great show. I remember that one.
I love
He had me
Ralph.
Yeah.
laughing on that
Oh,
one.
so sad he's not going to Dragon
Oh,
Con this
Ralph is
year.
Whoa,
awesome.
wait.
What?
Ralph's not going to DragonCon?
I told you this already.
No, he's not.
I told you. I,
I
Jay,
wasn't listening. I'll
you
admit on that
and
one. I
and you were
wasn't
like, for
listening.
real? And I was like, yeah, because of work and he has obligations and he can't go. He's not going.
I
Very
thought
sad
you were
about
talking
that.
about someone
Very
else, and
sad.
I feel horrible now. I feel horrible now because this is like I DM'd him this weekend saying, "Here's my DragonCon 24
Look,
2013 app
look at you
friend
rubbing it
thing,"
in.
and I did the same thing to Kim when I said, "Kim, guess what? I my coworker's daughter wanted a 3DS, and she did well in school, so I sold her my 3DS and I upgraded to an XL, and it's so amazing." And then I can't remember what you IM'd back. You DM'd me back, but then it was kind of like, yeah, I kind of missed mine. I was like, take my foot out of my mouth. Kim's did
But
get
you
she.
rubbing it in.
I was like, oh, it just seemed like it was a total dick move by me, and it wasn't. So
Jay, like, what's the
Oh,
number one rule in this
I did
household?
not even think that way
I
at
felt
all.
no, I felt
It
that
was
way.
just a No, I didn't. I
Hey,
didn't
hi
think that way at all.
Joey. Oh, he's so cute. How old is Joey?
He's about 8 years old now.
Okay, he's a senior now.
Yeah,
He's a
he
Oh,
is. He's
cutie.
getting old, and his knees are giving
Oh,
out on
are
him.
they?
aw.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah. Oh well.
But I want
But
to say,
that's the way it goes.
yeah, I want to say hi to our chat room tonight.
Oh, yes. Hey, everybody.
Hey everybody, we have a Shayos in the chat room. Bacon Way is in the chat room. Hi Barb.
Hi, Barb.
Diddy is in the chat room. And Boba Fett is in the chat room, along with Udella is also in the chat room. Trick was, I think she popped out, but I'm so glad to see everybody.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yep, definitely, definitely. Thanks for coming. And again, we appreciate you all supporting us and everything, and being out there and showing our guests love and showing us love. Totally appreciate
And
that.
Bacon Way did an incredible Zombinista cosplay
She
at
did.
Nerdtacular.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah.
great. I love it.
Yep. Barb is awesome. We're going to schedule some time with Barb.
Yes,
You know.
Barb, we'll talk.
Yep. We call you. We call
Okay.
you. But yeah. After that, oh, so DragonCon, Ladies of the Elite,
We
Nerdtacular.
haven't finished talking about Dragon Con though. We just vaguely
Yeah.
mentioned Ralph isn't going.
Yeah. We
We can
talked about
talk
that.
about Dragon Con. So
And we're going to do a live Ladies Elite at
I
yeah,
DragonCon.
so
know.
if you're going, don't miss it. I didn't see it in the schedule. Was it in the schedule? Yes.
Yes,
No.
it's on the schedule on the website. The app
It's
is
on the
broken.
website schedule. Yeah,
I didn't look at the app.
the app is not updated at all.
The, they probably won't have it. They
Yeah.
probably won't have it fixed until
And
like
the,
the day
and the
before.
sad thing is that I read the entire schedule to Jay. Read it
She did.
line by line, and then he was like, "Is the schedule out?" I was like, "I read it to you last night, line by line. How could you not remember
Because
this?"
it was fruit day in Animal Crossing, and I
He
was
was
picking
busy
up
shaking
fruit. I was
trees and
shaking
picking up
trees.
fruit. He's like, yeah.
You
I mean,
gotta shake the
I did the
trees.
times and the
She
people and the
did. She
description. And
did.
so the problem is that when we go to Dragon Con, we stay with my sister, which is great because we don't have to pay hotel costs. But the downside is that when stuff is later in the day, it's kind of like, you got to fight traffic to go home still, and you don't want to stay too late because you'll be so tired.
Plus we get there earlier
Yeah, we get
than
there earlier than everybody else. So, but I know the ladies are,
How far does she live away from everything?
um
Where does she live in Atlanta?
she lives it probably takes about 20 minutes from the hotel to get to her house. It's not that bad at all,
we usually
but
take the
we
train,
usually take the MARTA down.
so we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
parking.
Yeah, so we take the MARTA down, and we come on up, and it's great. I mean,
And
but I think we're going to try to figure out something this time. One of the cool things is that the podcasting track isn't starting until Friday until 4. I think years
it
before
started
it
earlier.
seemed
Yeah.
like it started
Yeah, the
earlier.
kickoff is
It did.
late this year on
I think
Friday.
it's 1
Yeah,
p.m.
it's like
on
one.
Friday to
Yeah,
kick
it's
Oh, is
one
it
off.
one?
something. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But still, it seems
But
like
still,
it's
yeah,
been
that's
later.
half a day um, after. So that
which
I think that helps people too because uh, you've got to really plan your schedule at DragonCon. Plan it before you
Yep.
go.
yep.
Find out what you want to do. Look at the schedules and plan it because going in between those 5 hotels, oh, you're running. It's
Yeah.
tiring.
Yeah, and have a backup plan. Like say, okay, it's okay if I don't get to this because you might think you're gonna go and then you just don't go. So I've
Yeah.
had that
Right.
happen before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cuz
so really find out what is most important to you and make sure you go to those. Everything else can be filler
Mhm.
because there's just so much at DragonCon. I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
it's on, you could never, ever, ever see everything, even in the
Yeah,
4 days.
exactly. If like you're going to sessions back to back, they better be in the same hotel,
Right.
or
Exactly.
you're in
That's why we
trouble.
and that's why we hang out in the Hyatt, because that's where the podcasting track is and the skeptics track is.
Yeah, and
You know.
that's
Now
where
they're in the Hilton.
Oh, Hilton, sorry.
Hilton. It,
Yeah,
Hilton.
because
it's
they're at
Hilton. Okay.
the bottom one. The
Yeah.
Hyatt's at the top, then the Marriott, then the Hyatt, and then over is the Sheraton.
Okay, and the Hilton is that's the one. Okay, yep.
Which, which
That's
one
the
is
one
the
at the
That's the
big?
same
bottom.
one as every
Which
year,
one is the
right?
steps where the concerts are held? You go up the big long steps. Big. is a big
I
hill.
don't know.
I don't know, but I remember waiting in
Oh,
line for the
that's the
con.
Hyatt.
That's the Hyatt.
Oh, okay,
Okay, that's the
okay.
Hyatt. So that's the one where you look up and you see all the rooms all around, and it has the
Oh,
little bar up top in
yes.
the
Okay,
middle.
okay, 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 okay. I'm
We were
still,
there a few times.
I'm
I
still,
know.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that one. The cool round one.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm
So
still feeling sad because I'm
I
mourning
see.
it. I'm
I
mourning
already
it.
experienced
I'm
this.
mourning this right now. I'm just like, Ralph's not gonna be
I
there.
told him this like what 10 days ago. He said it a long time
Yeah.
ago, and I told you that, and I told you a second time. Are you coming down with a case of me's? Because this is something I would
Nah, I'm
do.
gonna be all right. It
Seriously,
just
I can't remember
it
anything.
bums me out.
It is well. You can send him your sadness
Yeah,
in a
I
tweet
guess I
later.
Yeah,
can.
I'm bummed he's not going to. I'm
I mean, I was
really,
really glad
really
to see him
bummed.
at Nerdtacular. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. So this is our fourth DragonCon, third,
Um,
fourth, third or fourth, something like that.
this is our fourth because we
But
didn't. Yeah, this is our fourth.
and our tip is to pack snacks.
Yep.
That really helps, and because the food down there can tend to be a little expensive, pack snacks. You'll have them with you. We packed little snack bags of was it we did goldfish and we did trail mix, and we ate that for lunch sometimes to get us through. So I'm excited about seeing everyone down there. And let's talk about Nerdtacular because we were having some thoughts about Nerdtacular.
All right. So,
Um,
this was Nerdtacular. This is our. We started going in
this was our
2004th
fourth year.
or fifth year.
I can't remember.
Yep.
It's really bad.
So yeah, this is our. Had to be our fourth year.
This
Yeah,
is our fourth
it
year.
was our fourth year at Nerdtacular. And how many times have you been to Nerdtacular, Kim?
Hello?
Oh, you're muted, Kim.
Oh, can't hear you, Kim.
Hmm. Oh, did we lose? No, we didn't lose the Skype call.
What happened?
Oh, is your did Skype turn you down?
So odd.
Yeah, that's weird. I
Oh,
don't
wait. I hear you
I
kinda
kind of hear you.
faintly. I can't hear you anymore though. I can hear you like what? Like you're way,
Let me write this down here.
way small.
At 26,
I wonder if Skype changed my...
26, 26 minutes in.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, up a little bit more.
Is Skype
If you
auto
want to.
adjusting you?
There you
I think
go.
Skype messed with me.
Okay,
Hey,
yay.
if you can turn that off if you want to go to tools options, then audio settings, and if that under automatically adjust microphone settings is checked, uncheck that.
Oh yeah. I usually have that, but I just updated my
Oh,
Skype
there you
today.
go. Yay,
Ah,
you're back.
there we go.
Stupid, stupid Skype.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was like,
Skype is good and bad.
Yep.
all
All right,
right.
let me write this down real quick.
Jay's gonna have to
27.
edit.
What?
Jay's gonna have to edit.
No
He
problem.
never has to edit, so this is great.
Yeah, don't edit. People know that this stuff is...
No, I'm just gonna cut out just the.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Did we hear you? Did we hear you?
so
What?
so
What did?
this is
Okay.
how many years have you been to
I think
Nerdtacular?
this is my fourth year. This is
Oh
my fourth year
wow,
as well.
that's awesome.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I think, okay, so was your first year the year we all were at the La Quinta
With the movie theater,
with the movie
the
theater?
movie theater was the place where you
Oh
gave out
yeah,
all the
I mean, it
prizes.
was definitely the movie theater. So I missed last year,
Okay.
You missed last
but...
year. You
You
were
didn't miss
Oh
last
no,
you
year.
I
didn't miss
wasn't here
last
last
year.
year. I missed the year before.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, because we were in the hot tub last year.
Because you and I, that's when we went to,
We were, huh?
yep, because we were at the, we went to Scott's. The first year we went to Scott's, and that's the last year that he had the out-of-towners at his house. And you and
Yeah, I'd
I,
gone a year before that as well.
oh, okay, okay.
I
And
think I
then
went.
we that was the first time we met Ice Worm in the chat room.
Mhm.
You know, because that's
Yes.
it was Ice Worm and someone Corey Clark was another guy that we
Latham.
met. He's Shogun,
Shogun.
Shogun One on
I'm horrible.
on
I thought I was doing good. Not so much.
and you know, and they really appreciate the time that we spent, chatting with them and everything else. So that was a pretty good
Yeah,
time.
that was a good time. I'm glad that we got to go to Scott's before they got too many people
Right.
to go over because there's no way he could do this now. Most of the people are
That
from out of
that was a
town.
lot of fun
It
doing
was tons
that.
of fun.
Yeah, and it really it's changed, but I don't think it's changed bad. I think it's changed good. It's just
Hmm.
different.
Yeah, it's
Right.
And
just different.
so change is always a little bit hard.
Yeah, it's hard for us because we can't get to spend as much time with people
Right.
as we used to.
Mhm.
Even though it was one more day this year, I was like, oh, I
And
feel like I only got to spend a little bit of time with everybody.
and it was a little weird this year. Not weird, but it was different this year where it was um, meals were on site and
Hmm.
everything else, and you had some that you know there's a lot of people there, and then everybody tried to go to the Mexican restaurant or the deli or up top, and then you had folks like Renee and I who brought went to the grocery store because we didn't want to we didn't want to pay resort prices every meal.
Exactly.
So we were like, well, we're just going to bring some
It was
food.
expensive. It was much more expensive this year than it was
Right.
previous years
So,
because you
yeah.
really did have to spend money on um, the resort costs. So
Yeah.
that was more expensive. And I didn't seem to feel that I got as much time with people.
And it was crazy because everybody's right there. So
Yeah,
you would think
Yeah.
you would get to spend more time with people, but you don't.
I,
It's so odd.
I think it's just the sessions were boom, 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 boom.
That's
And
what somebody
you,
said, actually.
yeah, it didn't seem like there was as much time to just go relax and talk with people, even though that was like the point of it.
Yeah. I think,
right,
like at DragonCon, people know you're not going to go to every session.
right,
But like at Nerdtacular, you want to go to every session because every session is awesome. So it's
right,
like,
right, right,
Exactly.
so I don't know how they're going to handle it. I've heard that complaint that it was a little bit too much have to go to everything
right.
and you miss just, having game time or what have you.
Or
So
having drink time. Just, I
yeah,
mean,
having a couple drinks,
because I remember our first year, everybody we bum rushed IKEA for some odd reason.
Yeah, we all went to IKEA. That was awesome fun. And no, there wasn't a lot of that. So I think I might come down a day even earlier.
Yeah,
We came down on Wednesday,
yeah, we got there
so I
Wednesday.
think we're gonna come down Tuesday.
Yeah,
Maybe that might help.
we'll see.
Well,
We'll
but
see.
I, I don't know. I mean, it was nice to be everyone have your room right there, but then it seemed like people just went and disappeared in their rooms, and you didn't know where people were. And I don't know. It was just way different this time.
Right.
I don't know why it would have been different and people didn't, and maybe people hung out in everybody else's rooms and I
I
just
think that's what
didn't. I
happened.
don't know.
Yeah, cause I know
Maybe I just never got invited anywhere.
we hung out in Ralph's room for a little bit.
Right.
Jay was learning how to play
Yeah.
Magic. And it's like people were split up everywhere. So if you didn't know somebody was in somebody's room, they weren't there.
Right.
So maybe we can find a better way to communicate between everyone.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was.
What
It
was
was.
Maybe
that one
that's
thing
just
that
it. There
people
needs to be
started?
some kind of communication between people to know where everyone's at.
Right.
Because also I didn't have the communication up there, the Wi-Fi and stuff,
Ugh, the
and the
Oh.
Wi-Fi
3G.
was horrendous. I think
Yeah.
if that was better, it might have been a little better
Right.
because especially in the meeting rooms. But
right.
I'm happy that he's going to have it again, and they do a good job putting it on, and takes tons of organization. And I think I don't want it to get any bigger than it kind of is. I think I
Right.
think it's a good size. So,
Well, and it
um,
was different this year because I think there were more mainstream stars.
hmm
And so you've got this incredible perspective on a lot of things, from Justin and from Brian Brushwood and Tom and all those guys.
And yourself.
yourself.
Oh, I know.
I
But,
like how she paused. Like, no.
well,
Yeah.
no, I meant more, it was, last year, Tom and Veronica were like the big stars, but this time there was like more. The Russell Brower was there. And
Yeah.
Right.
so it was a different feel to it as well.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see
Like I
that.
said, not bad, just different.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Totally different. it's moving more mainstream. I guess is
It
the
really,
We
yeah,
have to do
it
an
is.
old school Nerdtacular one day.
Oh, that'd be great. Just like, like 30 people and just,
everybody
yeah.
line up and
We'll
do
just go
shot.
bum rush Scott's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody line up and let's do shot skis
It's
and
got to be like, whoa, that's
yep,
not creepy at all.
yep,
I missed the shot ski this year too. I didn't
Yeah,
even get to do.
we did a couple, but we had to leave
yeah.
early the next day.
Who had the it
Who,
was
yeah, who had the shot ski?
Veil
I don't
Geek.
even
Veil
know.
Geek kept the
Veil
shot
Geek had the
ski.
shot ski.
And we were
Hmm.
up in,
Kevin.
whose room were we in? It wasn't Veil Geek's.
It was Veil
It
Geek's
was
room.
Veil Geek's room.
Yep, him and his
Because we
lovely wife.
were doing shot ski and we were playing Cards Against Humanity.
Y'all know the shot skis. I wasn't.
I did one because we had to leave the next day.
Right,
So we didn't really so I didn't get drunk. So
right.
my first Nerdtacular didn't get drunk.
Well, cool.
Yeah, and you guys had that walk up the hill. That
I
was like,
know.
Don't even get me.
That's
You
why
know
we're
what?
that.
changing.
Had I
Oh my
not,
God, that walk up that hill was horrible. And
It
I mean,
was
I
a
was pretty
mess.
in shape,
right.
but holy cow, I'm like,
Yep.
it was so bad.
Yep. Had I not, had we not, had we, either one of us not lost any weight, I think I told this to Renee. I was like, if I was the same weight I was last year for Nerdtacular, when we got there, I would have immediately said, "Do you have a room open up at the other place? Because I want to change rooms." Because,
Yeah.
or I would have been driving my car up.
Yeah.
But so I
It
mean,
would have
I
been
thought
tough to make it.
even
Yeah.
though it was tough, it was a small victory to walk that thing every day, and then on Friday doing it 3, maybe 4 times. I can't remember. So it was cool. That was the record-breaking week on my Fitbit. You
Yeah.
know,
The Fitbit really, it did it that week.
yep, got a nice workout.
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't know. Do we want to tell the snake story, or do we want to save it for Monday?
We could tell a snake story. Let's tell a
All right.
snake story.
So, I know you see a lot of wildlife down there. I would assume in the down under. But
Oh yeah.
this is probably a story that probably may hit home when you used to live here in the States. I went out to mow the yard on Thursday, and I went out to go open up my shed garage door, and the shed garage door has these panels, and two of them had rotted out, and I put some wood over them, and every now and then I had to go out and re-nail them because they start coming out from the bottom because I didn't screw them in. I just nailed them in. So I'm about to go fix that. But anyway, so I can kind of see through a little sliver of space scales. And I was like, okay, that's just the lizard that I always see when I go open it. It's one of the many that I see. It still kind of creeps me out. So I go to raise the garage door. I get the garage door halfway, and I look down, and there's this humongous snake in my
I saw
shed.
the pictures.
Okay. At first, I was like, when Jay said there's a big snake, I was like, I'm sure it's not that big. I have
So
to admit, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, he's overreacting. It's
So
not that
I
big.
leave the garage door at halfway, and I just turn around. I go to the door. I don't even try to open the sliding door. I just hit. I didn't have to. My hands were shaking so much. I just knocked on the door and said, boom, 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 boom. I was like, come here.
His eyes were as big as saucers. I was like, what is wrong
I
with
bet.
him?
I said, Renee, there's a snake.
I was like, oh, cool. It's like,
Yeah, I was like,
as the person said, oh, cool, a snake, awesome.
so, and one of the reasons why, I love Renee so much, I'm not a fan of snakes and spiders and all that other stuff. All the other snakes that I've came across in my childhood and up until my time in Nebraska have ended up at the end of a hoe or a shovel dead,
Ugh.
right?
Mm-mm.
So me knowing Renee and her console, especially the animals, I said, Renee, that's a snake. You know, I may kill it, but
I was like, no,
I
don't kill
said,
it.
if you want to, we can try to move it.
I was like, yeah, I'm trying to move it. And
So we go out. We use the dog pooper
well, I
scooper.
had to find it first.
Yeah. So we
I look
got
behind
the
everything, finally
little
see
claw
it.
pooper scooper,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and
So,
she was able to grab it.
well, it was so funny. I went to go grab it, and it kept attacking it. It was feisty.
Yeah.
It kept
Ooh.
striking at it.
I'm gonna call him Johnny because he's like feisty.
Like Johnny
Johnny
Feisty. So yeah, that's the name of the snake was Johnny.
So Johnny, So Renee finally got a hold of Johnny.
So I had, and he's heavy. He was a heavy
He
snake.
was a big
He
snake.
was
He
at
was
least
about
like what, foot and a half,
no,
2 feet.
no. He was like 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah, he was really long
He
snake,
was
and
three or four
he
feet
was
long,
pretty thick bodied too.
and we put him in a 5 gallon bucket. Okay, had we known what kind of snake it was a rat snake, but rat snakes are great climbers.
So he climbed right out of
He
that, no
climbed right out of the
problem. It
bucket.
didn't take him any time at
I'm
all.
like, holy shit!
So I had to catch him again. We put him in a big old lawn care bag because
Right.
that's the only thing we had at the time.
And
And then we finally put it in a
a,
garbage
a
can with the
garbage
lid.
can that I use for other
I mean, he's
stuff.
super cute, and I was like, well, I could just pick him up.
Right.
But we didn't know if he was poisonous or not because
Right.
I didn't know what to look for. So we did some research, and I was like, I don't think he's poisonous. We didn't know. Um,
And so,
so
and so it's like, and then I called the non-emergency police line because that's one of the things that's on the website,
mhm.
and figure out what we need to do. They said call wildlife. I called wildlife, and they said we don't do that. You need to call pest control, and you want which means money.
Because
They're gonna kill it
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Right.
and they probably kill it. And I'm not gonna. All right, I'm all for killing insects and arachnids. Anything else, I don't want it to die.
And plus, if it was poisonous, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it probably would
So
have to.
we did some research, and I was like, I don't think it's poisonous. I think it's a rat snake. And our neighbor even said, oh yeah, that's a rat snake because
And Tanner. Yeah.
poisonous snakes, their eyes are vertical.
Right.
So I mean, it's really cute. I mean, he was in the garbage can for a while. I took the lid off, and he was like halfway up the garbage can. He's a
So
good climber. It was so funny.
so we took Johnny to the pretty close to where the dog park is,
hmm
except it was probably like half a mile away in a field, and we let him loose in the field.
Yeah,
Where
so
there's
I was like,
probably plenty
I
of,
felt so much better.
So I did too, because I will admit the times that I have killed mice or snakes,
You felt bad.
I felt bad, and then
That's because they're
also,
cute.
well, no, I felt bad, but also I had that thing in my mind that I felt something crawling on me. And this time, because I did something great, I didn't have that freak out every time some wind would blow by my leg. I feel like something's crawling on me.
Yes, he does that.
Coming back to get you.
You know what I'm saying? Zombie snake coming back to get me.
Exactly.
So, so have you ever had any encounters like that with wild?
Oh yeah. Well, I grew up in New Mexico, and in New Mexico we have tons of rattlesnakes,
Oh
and we
God.
have tarantulas.
And those are actually poisonous.
Tarantulas
The
aren't.
tarantulas, I don't think the
They're
tarantulas in
not.
New Mexico are,
The tarantulas aren't.
but definitely rattlesnakes
They-
are.
they-
And
yeah.
oh my God, there is some, I used to drive from Alamogordo, New Mexico, which is down by White Sands. And there's a stretch of road between that and I think it's Socorro, which it's like 78 miles of nothing because White Sands Missile Range is on one side and then there's nothing but like ranch land on the other.
Right.
And you would go down that road at like dusk, so it's like 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock depending on the time, and there's like big tarantulas just crossing the road, and you'd run over them with your car, but you not with your tires, just run over them, the
Right.
parallel them,
Yes.
and they would actually roll down the road because of the vacuum. It
Oh.
was
Really?
crazy.
Oh man.
Uh-uh.
Mm.
See,
Yeah,
I can't handle arachnids. They need to go die in a fire. I know
I can't either.
I know they serve a purpose to keep other insects. Da, 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 da. They creepy. They have 8 legs
They are
and multiple
creepy.
eyes. When they walk, even the little tiny ones, I smash instantly inside my house. Like I killed a little teeny tiny spider in the kitchen. Like it was just a speck moving across the floor. I stomped it.
Yeah.
Well, snakes, yeah, I can understand snakes. I've only actually I've never killed a snake, but I've had like my husband and stuff kill a snake, and those they don't die easy either.
No, they
we
don't.
were killing a rattlesnake, and they just don't die.
They do not. And one of the things I was telling Renee, as a kid, and as a kid, my it was a thing. You kill a black snake and you hang it in a tree.
It's so weird.
It's an old Native American belief that you hang it in the tree, it will bring rain. And
But
Oh,
see, it's fine that it's but the thing is they were still doing it when he was a teenager. It wasn't
well,
that it
well,
was it was fine. It was oh I get that, but the fact that
right.
they were still doing it is like, look, people, stop killing snakes and hanging them in trees.
But, but yeah.
and then they
So
Yes,
start rotting and smelling. Ew.
I
yeah,
know.
yes. But yeah, so that was my adventure on.
In Snake World, he was cute. He was a
But it's
good.
scary.
He was
Scary
cute
seeing a
though.
big snake like that.
Yeah, and it was weird because so I was holding them down with the push broom while Renee was trying to. I can't remember what you were doing,
I was trying to grab him near his head in case he was
and
poisonous.
and
I didn't want to
you
get
know, and he kept
bit.
he kept moving and stuff, and then while I was holding down with the push broom, he had looped the back part of him around the broom and into a little hook, and he was like holding on for dear life while I was trying to put him in the bag, and
Oh,
he was, I
you kind
mean,
of feel sorry for him, huh?
yeah, I mean, he was probably like the inside, you probably to the inside of
Yeah, he
his.
was a little bit bigger than
He was a
that.
little bit bigger than the inside of his black electrical tape. So take a regular black electrical tape and yeah,
That's big.
Yeah, it was a big snake, but he was really pretty.
yeah.
So Johnny, I hope you had a great life. I hope you go eat some mice in the field that we let you
Mice?
off in.
If I liked Snake, I would have kept him out there to you know.
Yeah,
But
I'm
But
I'm
yeah,
not a
you,
big.
you don't want to accidentally, step on it or
Yeah,
grab it or ooh.
yeah. You're supposed to leave the snakes alone that you find if they're not poisonous, but
yeah,
yeah.
Johnny got
I think
relocated.
that's the right thing.
All right. Well, so we're gonna go ahead and hop into. I guess we're gonna hop into a bit of tech real quick. Yeah, let's do that. Sounds good to me.
Technology.
One of the things we want to talk about is that you did relocate from stateside, United States, to the
Yep.
down under. And one of the things that because we like to talk about is the adjustments that you had to make as far as in your technical life. You know,
Okay.
as
Yep.
far as
Quite a
some of the limitations that happen, and I also know that, correct me if I'm wrong, in Australia, sometimes you don't get some of the more mature video games if you were to buy them
Oh,
there,
like the
correct?
ones that they might not allow in Australia because they're too, I don't know, too much violence.
So they had up until about I think it was about a year ago, they only had a R rated type um, uh, gaming, and that was really it was a weird one. It was kind of right above PG-13,
Mm-hmm.
um, but it wasn't mature at all.
Right.
So really, any mature games that showed a lot of violence or a lot of sex or drug use or anything, they would just not allow them in here. And about a year ago, they changed it, and now they have an M14 rating,
Oh wow.
which means it's a mature rating. So they can bring it in, but there's still a lot of limitations. Like there was a game, I don't remember which one, that had drug references,
Mm-hmm.
but they were using like real names of the drugs like heroin and
Mm-hmm.
cocaine and things like that. And that was not allowed in, so they had to go and
Really?
change all the names in the names of the drugs in the
To
video
fake
to
me.
something made up.
Really?
So
Like that a white snow. Okay.
yeah, exactly. It'd be
Wow.
like, I don't know, pepper in your face or something. I don't know.
Pepper in your face.
But
Pepper.
yeah, they had to change all of that. So, and plus it's really, really expensive to buy games over here. So I still buy mine either on Steam or try to get them on PSN. But if I actually want a PlayStation game
Mm-hmm.
and I want it at launch, it's going to cost me at least $20 to $30 more
That's crazy.
to
Yeah,
buy that game.
because I hear you talk about that on Lays of Leaks sometimes. I'm like $75 for a game. That is crazy.
Right.
Well, I mean, I've paid $95 for a
That's
game.
nuts.
Wow.
Only like a couple of times because I really wanted it at launch. But
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the cost of living is much higher here. The salaries are much higher here
Right.
too, though.
Right.
So people say, well, the salaries are higher, but the housing costs are way higher. They're not comparable
Oh wow.
to salaries
Yeah, I
here.
wouldn't think so.
And so some things are relevant, some things aren't. But I mean, I like a case of Coke. I bought a case of Coke yesterday and it was $24.
A case of Coke.
How many? How many was in a case?
Dollars.
How many a case?
How many in a case?
24 Cokes.
24.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That we can get that for $10
Right.
at
Exactly. And
Costco.
that's I mean, it's not everything is that expensive, but
Right.
it's definitely when we came back to the States, me and Asheo, we were just flabbergasted on how much we could get for a meal.
You're like,
Because we
woo,
go
we're
out to lunch
rich.
and we get $40 lunch,
Right.
no problem.
That is
You know.
crazy.
Right. So,
No.
Diddy and the
Diddy's asked what is cheaper here.
yeah.
Oh, vet costs are much cheaper here. So
Wow.
I had surgery on Joey just to get his, balls removed.
Mhm.
And I think I paid $300 to get his manhood taken away,
Right.
two or three teeth pulled, his teeth cleaned, and all his shots.
Three hundred
So
dollars.
Wow.
that would have been like way more expensive in the
Wow.
States if I would have
We
Wow.
done.
get shots, and it's like what? It's like close to $100 just for shots.
Yeah.
Just
Just for shots.
nothing else.
And
Just
then
shots.
don't if we get the heartworm medicine and stuff like that from the
Oh my
vet for both
god.
dogs, that's
It's like
$300 for 6 months.
for heartworm
Yeah.
medicine. Three
So
hundred
that
dollars.
that is the one thing I've seen that has been way less expensive here.
Huh.
Animal care is great over here.
Speaking of that, we need to
So
give
I'm
them their
going to
heartworm.
try to make sure to get everything done for him.
Right.
But yeah, that's about the only thing. The one, all my gaming devices worked over here.
Okay.
So that was really good. They're all um, compatible,
Mhm.
which was great. I could bring almost all my electronics with me with no problem because they usually go from 120 to 240 crazy and or very easily.
Mhm.
Anything I had to leave behind was anything that could heat up. A blow dryer, curling iron, coffee pot, all that I had to leave back. Because I had, one of those cool little coffee pots that makes one at a time,
Right.
and I loved it. But I had to leave that because it heated up, and it just wouldn't work over
All
here.
right.
So
Well,
those are about the only things that I didn't bring with me,
What is the one?
technology-wise.
What is the one thing you miss most from the states that you don't have there, or that you
barbecue. No. I'm
haven't been
playing.
able to do?
I think breakfasts. They don't have breakfast sausage over here. They
Mm.
have just like German sausages. So I miss biscuits and gravy, and I miss
Oh.
breakfast
Like
sausages
like the
and
patty type sausages and little sausage
yeah,
links and
patty sausages
oh.
Oh.
and bacon. The bacon is different over here. I don't think they cure the bacon over here. So if you buy the bacon,
Mhm.
it's just bake, it's
It,
just that part
it's
of
like
the
more like
pig.
ham than
It's
bacon.
way more like ham.
Okay.
So I miss the bacon too, but other than that, there are some things that are different. Like the Mexican food over here is really crap, but then the Asian food over here is incredible.
Oh,
So,
Oh
really?
wow.
it's just a trade-off.
Yeah. There's some things you guys gotta accept. So
Right.
at
Right.
least things aren't horrible for you. It's not like you're in some third world country. So you're still able to play your games because that's the most important thing is you get to play your
So
games.
the one thing I did find was on Nintendo DS. I have my 3DS from over here, and then my mom got me one for my birthday in XL,
Mhm.
and I tried to transfer
Right.
over,
Hmm.
and no, it's region locked.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the
see, that
only
sucks.
piece of hardware I've found that is region locked,
And I think
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's a Nintendo thing, which is I don't cuz from what I read cuz when I did my transfer and I was looking at some notes to see how to do it. They did say it had that the device had to be the same country. So
Hmm.
even if I wouldn't bought one from Canada, I wouldn't have been able to do it as well. So
No, I think you could have done it in Canada.
you think?
I think I think it's the region lock. I think there's two regions from what I
Okay,
saw.
okay,
There's region one, which is really North America, South America, and
ah,
some parts of Europe.
mm-hmm,
And then there's Australia, and there's most of the rest of Europe and
okay,
some Asian. But I think Asian may have its own as well. But because I can go on to like the British store, I can change my store to the UK store or
mm-hmm.
to the German store, things like that. But I can't go to the US store.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know why that is. I'm sure there are some reasons, and it's probably because of the store, and you can do that kind of thing.
right,
But still, I don't know.
yeah.
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 Well, I'm glad things are horrible, horrible, horrible.
Oh
I've
no,
been
they're
learning all
not
about
horrible.
bacon in the chat room. So what we call
Yeah,
Canadian bacon, they call back bacon.
Back
yeah. So
bacon.
we have rashers, and
Rashers.
we don't call it Canadian bacon, but basically, I know, that's the what do they call it here?
Little
I can't
round,
remember.
little,
Yeah, the little round things.
yeah.
Right.
So that's back
And that's
bacon
just
in
basically
Canada.
just the ham.
But they call bacon. Okay, so bacon is bacon in Canada, though. They do call it bacon. So the bacon that we have here is bacon in Canada.
Okay.
And the bacon that we call Canadian bacon is back bacon.
Yep.
So they don't have
They should
Canadian
And
call
bacon.
it.
it's not cured. So I
Back
think
bacon
that's the
sounds
big
bad.
thing too,
Yeah.
is it's not
Yeah.
cured.
They should call it our bacon. Is what they should call it.
Our bacon?
If I was
Oh,
Our bacon?
American bacon.
no,
What?
Is that like French fries?
no. If they were like Canadian,
Right. Our because it's our
Canadian
bacon.
bacon, and I
Oh,
was
it's
Canadian, I would say
our
our
bacon.
bacon.
Our
Yeah,
bacon.
like the French fries, the freedom fries,
Freedom fries.
Freedom
when
our
fries.
that
fries.
when they did that, I'm like, look, people, let's not go
No,
too a little crazy here.
yeah, it's not that deep. But
Freedom
So the other
tacos.
thing, it's not technology, but it's something different that I've had to get used to is when you go to a doctor over here and you tell them, okay, I have let's say my finger hurts.
right,
Well, they only look at that finger and nothing else. They don't take your vitals or anything. They only talk about that finger, and then you're out of there.
But what if
And that's
it's a symptom of something else?
oh, well, they may find that out, talking about your
Okay.
finger, but that's it. They don't, take your blood pressure. They don't take your temperature.
That's
Things that you go into a doctor in America, they take all your vitals
right,
and then they say, is anything else wrong? Things like that. Not here. But you go to a pharmacist and you say, I need some, headache medicine. They give you the third degree. What other medications are you taking? Okay, have you had any symptoms like this? And it's like they're more like the doctors.
that
Where in
is
America, you
funny.
go into the pharmacy, they're like, here.
Yeah, and they always say, "Do you have any questions? Sign the box if you." And I never, and I always decline. I never really have any
right.
questions for the pharmacist, so I'll just hit the decline
These guys,
box.
the pharmacists here, like they like talk to you. So it's different, but it's kind of nice to go into a pharmacy and they like actually, if you say I want this, and they'll talk to you and they'll say, well, maybe this would be better for you though. And you're
That's
like, wow,
nice.
okay,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
That is great.
So
What?
with that,
What? Yeah.
we're gonna go into some media.
Okay.
Media. Movies, books, comics, TV.
I can't help it. I comment every time, but that is way too long.
No, it's not.
I'm never gonna stop commenting on
So
that.
I have to, cause I keep teasing our chat room with these lovely fans of Ladies Elite fan. So where can are these available for listeners of the show?
We don't have them on our site because we've just been giving them away free. We will have some at DragonCon.
All right.
And if anybody wants one though, just send me contact me somehow, and I will give you one.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love these. They're adorable.
And and then
Such a great
too,
idea.
Renee and I will be down at this show at DragonCon, and if we were to get some folks to let us know if they wanted some, will we be able to get some from you all? I don't want to.
Oh, yeah, definitely,
Okay.
definitely. We
You
have
don't want to
quite a few
impose.
still, because we had planned for giving them out at Nerdtacular and at DragonCon. So we still have quite a few left.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So I'm just you can email us at thevalentinecast@gmail.com. If you would like to, when we go down to DragonCon, we can grab you some fans and we'll send them out to you. You know. So or like Kim said, you can reach out to her as well at Jessica Molly and other
It sounded you
sites.
said Jessica Molly is what you
Jessica
sound.
Molly.
That's what it sounded like.
Just
Hey,
Just
that could be
Kim
my
Molly.
name.
Kim Molly.
Jessica
Jessica
Molly.
Molly. Ooh.
And there's one thing I love about Kim is that she has a tattoo of the Laser Elite logo on her foot, and I am so proud of her because I don't think I could get a tattoo on my foot. That just
It actually it wasn't meant for Ladies Elite, but it just
oh
coincided.
oh
But I thought everyone kept saying, "Oh my God, the foot is the most painful place. Oh my God, I cried so hard." I didn't think it hurt at all.
See, I have four, and they're all in fleshy parts of my body because I'm a wuss.
And even on
So
those, she was grimacing.
yeah. I hate pain. I I haven't ever had a kid, but from what people have said, I think having a tattoo is kind of like a kid. Like while you're doing it, it hurts, but then afterwards you kind of forget the pain a little bit,
Right.
and you're like, oh, I want another tattoo again. Because I have
Yeah,
four.
I definitely want one. I want one on my wrist,
Oh,
right there.
nice. I
Cool.
have
But I've got
four,
to.
but
I haven't designed it yet.
I am on the hunt for game a game related tattoo, and I want one that really, you know, speaks to me and kind of sums up what I like and how I am as a gamer. So I'm thinking about it because this has to be a really really important decision. So I'm thinking,
Yeah, I'm kind of going through that
Yeah,
too
do
with my.
not take tattoos lightly,
no,
people.
please don't.
Yeah, I'm kind of going through that with my whole dwarf slash firefly slash
He doesn't know what he wants either.
yeah
But I want
thing.
something that because sorry,
Yep.
gaming's a part of my life. So
Right. Right.
Exactly.
And um we've been playing a little bit a while, but Kim,
yeah.
what have you been playing lately?
Oh gosh. I've been playing a lot of stuff. I've been really ping-ponging around all my games lately. I play a little WoW. I play a little Borderlands 2. I play a lot of indie games lately. I've been playing a ton of indie games. A game called Anna, a game called Gone Home. I played a little Torchlight 2 the other day. The Bridge.
Mhm.
I've been playing a lot of indie games as well.
The bridge sounds
On my
awesome.
iPad, I've been playing Ultima Forever, which I love Ultima, so I've been playing that a lot.
Now I downloaded that. I removed a few games to download that to try it out because you raved about
Have
that.
you tried it?
I haven't tried it yet. I downloaded it Thursday night and I've been too busy. But I do want to play it because when I heard you raving about it on the show, and you said they did a real good job, and I'm not a big EA fan, so but
Yeah.
hearing you talk about it made me download it, and I'm gonna try it out and see how it is.
Well, I'd like to get your perspective on it are you an Ultima person?
This will be my first
Uh,
step into the Ultima universe.
I'd love to hear your take on it
Okay.
because, I mean, I grew up on Ultima and I'm like a super Ultima fangirl.
Okay.
And so I was, um, I was very hesitant to even download it. And it is a little laggy. I do have some complaints about it. It is a little laggy,
Hmm.
and I don't like the micropayments in
Right.
that game. I don't mind micropayments in games because I think it's a good mechanic if
Hmm.
the game lends itself to it. This one kind of pisses me off because this is, my game and I feel like it's been sold out,
Uh,
and I
Aww.
don't like that.
yeah.
So that's probably my biggest complaint is I don't like the microtransactions in Ultima
What are you
Forever.
playing it on?
iPad.
Um, which generation?
Oh, it's iPad 2.
Okay, okay. All
So
right.
it's probably better on an iPad 3, but
Well, I'm on a
because it's got
mini.
a faster processor.
Yeah, I'm on a mini. I think the mini's like a 2.5, so I'll let you know how it plays on there. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd like to know on that because yeah, I'm a little disappointed in how it's kind of sluggish
okay,
on my iPad. And so it's very intensive, CPU intensive
okay.
on it. So yeah, I'd like to get your view on it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And then also, you said you're playing Gone Home, which is like a exploration type indie game, correct?
Look at you knowing your games.
Gone Home, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an exploration game. So a girl comes home from college and her family has moved to a new house. She gets there and nobody's in this new house
hmm
and
What?
her sister has left her all these cryptic notes. So you just explore the house trying to figure out
Oh, that sounds
what's going on.
cool.
Yeah. So I actually I was looking at it today because I think it may have been on sale, or I was looking at the top sellers, and it was one of them. And I was kind of looking at it, and I was like, see, I got so Dear Esther has left this horrible taste in my mouth.
Oh,
Even though it's
no,
been two
hold
years.
on. The only reason it has a poor taste in your mouth is because how it was marketed. It was
Right,
marketed as a game.
right,
And then you get in and you're like, this is not a game at all.
right. This is just me.
Yeah, Dear
An animated
Esther was
story.
not a game. It was gorgeous
Right.
and that I'm not even sure that was an exploration game.
It wasn't
That was
because it
just
was on
a
rails.
walking game.
Yeah, it was on
Yeah, you
rails.
just walked around
You
and
know,
you climbed the tower
right,
and you heard
Yeah.
some people talking and that's
right.
it.
So,
So Gone Home is kind of like that too, except for you actually, Gone Home is like one of those games that it's kind of real life that you
mhm.
wish you could do, going to this house and just snoop through everything. I mean,
You're
you're
Huh.
such a
snooping through
voyeur,
everything.
Kim, trying to search everybody's house. That's what I
Well, but you never would. But there's
no.
always that tempting thing. Oh, I wonder what's in that drawer over there.
Yeah.
What's in their medicine cabinet?
What's in their file cabinet? I want to look at all their secret files they have over there.
Oh, you can't tell me that you haven't
I
ever wanted
have.
to do that.
Oh yeah. I am as nosy as they come. So
Right.
trust me.
Yeah, I
I
totally
totally
want
want
to.
to.
But I think it's a little scary too. So it may be
Ooh.
boring for some people, I
What?
think. I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
was. I mean, from what I was seeing, I mean, from the video and stuff like that, I was like, huh, this is interesting. But then when I, because I felt the same way about Dear Esther, I was like, huh, this is interesting. The music kind of captivated me, the voice and all this other stuff, and then that happens. But I'm glad to hear that it's actually more than just a
Right.
story
So
on
that's
rails.
interesting to hear about. Maybe I'll add that to my wish list on Steam.
Right.
But
Yeah, I think if you're unsure of it, and it's not that expensive, but
Right.
wait till it goes on sale. It'll be on a Steam sale
Oh
and
yeah.
then you can get it for $2 or whatever, and then you won't feel
yeah.
like you wasted any
It
money.
has a Metascore of 90 though,
Oh
so
yeah. Well,
apparently.
Dear
But
Esther
again,
had
I
a Dear
don't
Esther
think
had a Metascore.
everybody would like it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, yeah, you can open the drawer and look at stuff. There's a tape. There's a
Yep.
tape in a drawer.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Um,
I was looking at
and
the
one of the other
previews,
games that you all talked about was Papo and Yo,
which is on my
um,
list.
which
Yes.
you actually have. Oh yeah, to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the beautiful part of that was that I saw it, and I was like, oh, I want this game. Well, actually, when I first saw it, I started tearing up a little bit because it kind of took me back a little bit to. I wasn't abused as a kid, but it kind of just brought back some memories of some things in childhood, and it touched on that stuff a little bit at home, and I was like, oh man, this is such a deep game. I want to play it. And then 2 days later, I checked, and it was on sale for $3, and I was like, yes.
So Jay did his usual thing where he bought me one too, and I'm like, all right.
I mean, it was good. I mean, that game is totally worth the whole $15. I absolutely.
I think so, yeah.
It's a
Definitely. That one is a terrific game and it's a heavy subject,
yes.
but I think they did a good job with tackling it and there's some complaints about how it ended and things like that. But I thought it was just a terrific game. And I was talking to the developer of it, and he said that the language in it, when they talk,
Yep.
that is a combination of like 15 languages, most of them from South America. And there's some like native Indian type
Wow.
language in there mixed in as well. So I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah. That's cool. That is really cool. I mean, it's a beautiful language for sure. And I think I did I did the big tall puzzle. I think that's the big tall stacking and turning puzzle.
Oh yeah, and then it
Yeah,
goes
yeah, yeah,
over. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was
So
very
I don't
cool.
want to spoil it for Renee or
Don't
anything
spoil it
else.
for me.
But yeah, I'm a little bit past that and the circle thing. So, but so I have a little bit more to go, but
Yeah.
it's good. So, um, I'm absolutely
I
enjoying
have,
that.
and I have a lot of games. And, the games I'm currently playing, I still include the ones that I haven't played in a while, but Nino Kuni, I'm still playing that.
Right.
Oh
Lego
yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Lego Lord of the Rings, Fallout New Vegas, Papo and Yo.
Yes.
Renee cheats in Fallout.
I don't. Hey! Using
I'm just
mods to
kidding.
take away the parts that are annoying is not cheating.
'Cause I remember.
Not cheating.
No,
It's
here's the
making the
funny
game more
part.
fun.
Because when I was listening to Ladies Elite, Stephanie, you and Stephanie were talking about having the add-ons and everything else. And I remember telling Renee, you can have add-ons, to make the game, your kind of game. And then Renee was like, I'm not sure, da da da. And she's going through and looking at some of them, and she sees the one that says you can carry 1,000,000 pounds, and she was like,
Whoop.
ooh. I
That
can
was
have
it.
all the things.
Yes, I can pick up all the cups and all the plates and all the freaking cigarette ashtrays. So
So
it's so
so she got
funny.
some life improvement mods.
Yeah, I got I won't die from falling. I can run really fast, but I don't do the absolute cheat ones
Right,
where
she
you're like
doesn't.
a
She doesn't.
hundred in every skill automatically and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
See, I
Skyrim,
think that takes away from the game when
yeah.
you do those
I
ones.
still die, but
right. So she does the convenient stuff where she
I
can
do.
she can carry everything,
Yeah, because going back and
organize
forth, I don't like that. It takes away from my game time. I want game time.
because she was finding herself running back and forth to her house to put
And I'm
everything
like,
there.
oh, I don't want to leave that teddy bear behind. And so, yeah.
So
But now I
I
spend all
actually
my time picking up things. So.
and I actually need to get back and play New Vegas. I got to the city with the bomb. That's the only, as far as I
That's
got.
not even New Vegas.
No, it's not. That's just
That's
regular
just
Fallout.
regular Fallout 3.
Right. And I have New
Oh
Vegas.
wow.
You got a while to go.
So yeah, I have
Because
a while to
Fallout
go.
3 is long.
Yeah.
It
Do
So
is.
you do all the side quests or do you skip some, Kim?
Well, it depends on the game. In Fallout, I've by this time I think I've done every single quest in it. But
very
I've
nice.
played Fallout New Vegas through I think 4 times now.
Wow. Wow.
So, but normally in like Skyrim, I could never get through all the side quests. I'll do enough side quests. If that interests me, I'll do it. Or I'll do it if I need to get some level to get through the main quest line.
Right.
But I don't always do all. I'm not a completionist like Stephanie. Oh my God, Steph has to do everything, pick up everything. She likes doing that, and I'm not like that. In fact, if I don't finish a game normally, I don't really care.
Right.
I just like the experience.
Mhm.
So
Maybe that's my
yeah.
thing. Maybe that's what it
What's
is
your
with me.
thing?
That I experience the game and I really enjoy it, and I don't feel like. But then also I do have a thing of when I get to finishing the game, I get sad as I get close to the end because I'm like, oh, I've had this relationship with this new Laura that I just learned her origin story, and oh, it's over. We were so close for 16 hours or whatever. And
It's hard. It's
yeah,
hard to. It's like finishing a book.
and that's why I
You
like.
get sad.
Yeah, and I think that's why I enjoy MMOs and World of Warcraft because it's almost like there's no ending. You, you know.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true. Yeah, but I like an ending because it means I'm
Right.
done and
Right.
I can move on to the next. So
So I'm really looking forward to Mr. garage
Yeah,
perishing.
we need the beta. We need it. But I wanted to bring up something, and I think this is just me, but since we have another female gamer on the show, I had to ask. So, as a female gamer, I really don't get a lot of the, bullying that some other women in the gamer community have gotten, and I'm thankful for that. And I attribute a lot to that for being in the frog pants and in AIE. I don't hear any of that, but
Oh yeah.
even when I'm gaming, okay, I am not a good gamer. I'm not. I'm definitely not. Don't shake your head.
I
Just
can shake
saying.
my head and I can
I
roll my
am
eyes
not a
because you
good
do it.
gamer. I mean, I managed to get through it, but I'm not good. But I feel like they might attribute that to me being female. So I feel like I really need to prove myself even more as a female gamer. Like I can't just be a bad gamer. I'm like, oh crap, they might think I'm bad because I'm a female. Now is that just me, or do you feel any pressure at all when you're playing games in like multiplayer or something like that?
When I'm playing WoW, I don't really feel any pressure.
Right.
Unless you're in a hardcore raid and they expect you to be good, then, I'm like, okay, I have to be good. But other than that, I don't. The games that I feel the pressure on is the first-person shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Modern Warfare, those kind of games,
Mm-hmm.
and you're playing the multiplayer. And I don't know if it's, but I'm not sure if it's because I'm a girl or just because I'm in a situation where they expect everybody to be top
Right.
Mm-hmm.
notch in there.
Yep.
So that one I totally feel intimidated. I'm like, when I go into multiplayer and first person shooters, I'm scared. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just gonna, they're gonna be so mad at me because I suck.
Right.
Yeah, and I feel
But
that way too. Yeah.
And that's not a
I don't like that feeling.
And that's actually, I'll admit, I mean, that's a feeling that I know myself I have, even though I'm not female. When I'm playing first person shooters like Call of Duty and stuff like that, I feel like that. But the way that I handle it is that instead of I'm gonna go in, if I die, I'm gonna say, okay, this time when I come alive, I'm gonna try to kill somebody with a shiv, and I try to come up with creative ways to kill somebody, and if I make that happen, then
Because
I'm happy.
a lot of
how many
times
how many people can I stab in the back?
a lot of times I'm the fourth on our multiplayer with Jay and our two of our co-hosts from GOMAD, Grumpy Old Men After Dark, and I'm the fourth, and I'm like, I gotta play well because I'm horrible at first-person shooters. For some reason, I
But who's
can't.
the third? Me, most
Oh,
of the
you're
time.
fine though.
Yeah,
But I just
yeah,
feel most of it's my personality, and I know that. But
right.
I know that and thankfully I've never had anybody tell me you can't play games because you're a girl or some other equivalent. So I'm lucky. I haven't had that craziness, but I think I'm
Yeah.
shielded
Yeah,
because we have such a
Well,
great
exactly. I
community.
think we're very lucky in the AIE Frog Pants world that
right.
we've got this big blanket over us. And I've only been harassed once on Xbox Live. And beside that, I've never had to deal with that. But I do know that there are so many girls out there that do have to deal with it. And I think it's horrible. I mean, bullying is bullying no matter if you're a guy, if you're a girl,
Right.
whatever. It's just wrong. And it really, really makes me mad to see people being bullied in these games and then the game companies ignoring it because if they start banning those kind of people, it may affect their bottom dollar, which that really,
I
really
know.
makes me mad.
It's like racial stuff, they'll ban somebody, but when it comes to a sexist comment, nope, they won't. They don't do a thing.
You know.
And
And
I mean, I'm hoping they'll eventually get there because, I don't ever, there's very few times I think of myself as a female gamer.
hmm
I just think of myself as a gamer.
Right.
yep,
My gender doesn't matter. Um, so it's really disheartening when other people see me as just a female gamer. I have to be put into a special class. I
Right.
don't want to be put into a special class. I'm like everyone else.
Right.
I may not be as good as you, but so what? I'm here to play a game just like you're here to play a game. So Okay, rant over.
No, no,
No.
no. That's and that's awesome. And I don't feel that way either. I mean, I'm definitely a gamer first, and I don't even think about me being any kind of female. So,
Yeah,
what are you
that's what
laughing?
I mean,
What are you
of
laughing?
course the companies have to think about who their audience is,
Right.
and they have to categorize their audience and make games for their audience. But as a player, it shouldn't matter, if I'm a girl or boy. If I enjoy the game, then I enjoy the game.
Right. I guess and in the chat room, as you said, female gamer class is Malik Pooh.
I smell like poo. Is his
Oh,
name or her name?
I smell like poo. Says the female gamer class is coming as a DLC. So,
That's a good
um,
one.
but yeah,
Yes.
I just like saying the name. I smell like poo.
I smell like poo.
You
I
should
smell
totally
like
take that
poo.
out and have a little thing where you say I smell like
I
poo.
smell like poo.
There you go.
There you go, Renee. You got to write it down. 11937.
I will too because I want that clip.
All right. Um, well, there was one other thing I was going to ask, but I
You
can't
should have wrote it
remember.
down.
So
Boom.
with that, let's go ahead and jump into some foodies.
The fridge is not prepared.
All right.
I want to talk about the Clifton Pizza Company is what I want to talk about.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So we have this pizza place here. I've been to. Jay hasn't.
Mhm.
We're kind of on the search for the best pizza in Louisville. So we went to Clifton Pizza Company.
Yeah, we did.
And it's kind of like a seat yourself, we'll bring you menus in a minute type place.
Yeah, you just go in, sit down, and I guess they just know that
So
you
it's
came in.
it's in the hipsterish part of town.
Yeah, it's the old money
oh
hip side.
no,
Yeah,
it's the
Frankfurt
no.
is.
Oh, it is Frankfurt.
Yeah,
It's the old money hipster
Frankfurt is the
side.
old money hipster town.
And
Ooh la la.
Yeah, they have. So there's three places. There's the old money, the our age money, and then the and those they still do the kind of smell and stuff like that.
They smell.
They have that
Who
that
smells?
that oil stuff.
The
you know,
patchouli
the
stuff.
patchouli stuff. They do the
Yeah.
whole patchouli thing.
Jay said they smell.
They do the whole patchouli thing.
Yeah.
And then
The
you,
town smells or
No,
No,
the
the
smell?
people.
the
They
people
don't
put the
stink, but
they
they have like
they use that
they use a lot of
oil.
incense and oils.
Incense and
they're
stuff
very
like that.
hipsterish type thing, hippie hipsterish.
Yeah, and I have friends that are like that.
And it's so weird.
And it's
There's
fine.
one road that's Barstown Road that's like our age and a little bit younger,
Yep.
and then the street next to it,
It's
like
Frankfurt.
it's Frankfurt, but it's people with money hipsters.
Yeah, it's the old people hipster.
It's so
money.
weird.
And
So-
then you have the new part where it's like,
What, like Nulu?
yeah, it's like Nulu. So
Okay.
these are people that are like probably like your son's age, and it's just started. It's kind of hip now. It's trying to
Yeah.
come up and everything. But the cool thing is they're all pet friendly.
Yeah, like they'll like have like bowls of dog biscuits and water like outside the door, and
Yeah.
like shops lining the street. It's so funny. So we went to Clifton Pizza Company, and their pizza was good. They had these cheese sticks that are like
Yeah.
tons of cheese piled
Amazing.
on, and
They had a cold marinara sauce. The dip
do you
it
like the
in.
cold marinara sauce?
Yeah, and it
The
was
cold,
real thick and chunky.
Yeah.
It wasn't like freezing
Yum.
cold, but it was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And then the pizza be at us like what was it 9 for $5?
Yeah, it was a
Had
9 for 5. You
toppings
get
on
9
it.
toppings for the price of 5.
And it was good pizza. It's cheesy and gooey, and we ate ourselves sick. And
Yeah.
it is so top place for pizza. We have Impalazares,
Yep.
which is also a local pizza chain. It's really, really good. Second is now Frankfurt.
Yep.
Is Clifton
Clifton's.
Pizza Company.
Yep.
Third
Uh,
is
Papolino.
is Papolino's.
And that's like a pizza. That's like a New York style pizza where
Yeah.
you get like a big old. You get a piece of pizza the size that much of a lady's elite fan, where it's kind of like a 90-degree angle, and
that is a slice. A quarter of a pie is
for
a
like
slice.
$3.
Wow.
So
So
I didn't hear Cece's in there.
we're trying to do local, but CC's would be at the bottom. as far as
No,
quality
CC
pizza.
CC will be right there next to
Little
Little
Caesars.
Caesars.
Little Caesars better than
Yes.
CC's though. You
No,
don't think Little
no, I
Caesars
like
beat
because
CC's
CC's
out?
you can
Oh, so they get a point for
they
variety.
get a point for variety,
Oh.
and then also their cinnamon
Their
sticks.
cinnamon look, well,
Yes,
yeah, okay. And their
yeah,
brownies are fudgy and, okay, they're a point above Little Caesars
yeah,
just for that.
yeah, yeah.
So we'll continue on trying to find the best pizza in Louisville.
So
So
so what's the pizza scene like in the down
'cause I
under?
love pizza.
Oh, they have weird pizzas. Okay, we actually had pizza last night. We just made our own pizzas here at home.
Right.
And so Sheo gets his pizza. He's got his toppings on it. And he takes a raw egg and cracks it on top.
Ew.
I'm
Really?
like, what are you doing?
What is he doing?
Really?
And he's like, yeah, this is called an Australian. Yeah,
Ew.
like the Australian pizza
Uh huh.
will have an egg and pineapple on it and ham and something.
Okay, I get
It's
the pineapple
weird.
and ham because that's Hawaiian. But then, yeah, I don't get it.
Huh.
Pizza has an egg on it.
I
Yeah,
wanna.
very. I've never had it, but for the most part, they have pizza in like almost every restaurant you go to. They just make those little homemade pizzas and stuff. Pretty good. They do have one restaurant over here called Crust Pizza.
Uh huh.
And it is so good. I think they're
Okay.
actually franchising it into America now.
Oh, good.
So if you see a Crust Pizza, very, very good.
I hope that comes here because I
Yeah.
Huh.
love pizza.
That's
Crust
They have a
pizza, that
Mediterranean one with
interesting.
lamb and feta.
I'm
Oh,
looking at
oh.
a. I'm looking at an Aussie egg and bacon pizza.
ew.
It actually looks pretty good.
Crustpizza.com. Webpage not available. Oh, wait. There it is. Oh, crap.
Well, this is interesting. I may have to try that.
They have
Well, the only
Flash.
thing is, okay, so I have to ask, is on the Aussie pizza with the egg on it, is the yolk cooked through or is it running?
No, it's cooked through. So
Okay.
it's all, cooked through completely. There's no runny stuff on the pizza.
Okay. Huh.
Sorry. I
Still,
can't get rid of the
no,
shell. Can't do it.
it doesn't make sense to me at
It
all.
doesn't make sense, but
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
like throwing some tuna fish on a pizza. That makes even less sense than that. Like throwing a can of tuna fish on a
but
pizza.
I'm looking at breakfast pizzas and stuff. It has like this. Actually, you know what?
That's different. I
Yeah.
think breakfast pizzas are different.
But okay, I'm not even gonna argue. I'm outnumbered.
Yes, you are. So we decided to. So we're on a making baked goods from scratch kick.
Yep.
Last week we made a chocolate cake with homemade chocolate icing,
Chocolate cake.
and it turned out wonderful. This weekend
Mm.
it was homemade cinnamon rolls from scratch.
Yep.
And I must admit, this is the first time I've ever worked with yeast. So I was a little trepidatious. So
Right.
we got the ingredients and everything, and I mixed it up, and Jay needed it, and we thought we had enough time because we were doing this, and then we were going to meet my sister for sushi. And then after we had rolled it out in a rectangle, we put the softened butter and cinnamon and sugar, and we had rolled it up and cut it, and we even put it in the pan and put it in the oven to rise.
Right.
And we were like, oh crap, this has to rise for 60 to 90 minutes. And then it has to bake for 25 to 30. We're not going to have enough time. So we're trying to scramble, trying to figure out what to do because we don't want to be late. And finally, we just decided to just leave it in there. We called my mom because my mom is the baker and the cooker. So
Yeah. And she was
it's so
like,
funny.
and she was like, well, she was like, well, you gotta meet if you're meeting Kim and you're not gonna be back in 90 minutes. Just leave it in the oven, and you have to see when you get back because the oven's off. But we had to, when you let it rise, it has to be in
Yeah.
a draft-free, covered up. So that's where it was rising at, and we were like, oh man, we just hope that everything is fine when we come back, and then we walk into the house, and the house we just get hit in the face with just cinnamon and
Oh,
stuff,
it smells
and we
so
open up the oven.
And they've
They had
risen.
risen.
Oh,
Praise the Lord.
past the ammunition.
Past the ammunition.
Were they like really big risen? Because sometimes you can let them go too long and they like.
No, it
No,
wasn't too. It
they
was
were
perfect.
they were
It was
perfect. They
perfect.
were
And
perfect.
we
And
put them in the oven, and they come in. And now I haven't had one yet. We have to make the glaze too. When we get done here, we're gonna make the glaze. We're gonna have some cinnamon buns, and I'm so excited.
Mhm.
And I hope they
Mhm.
turn out okay.
So
They look really good. They
yep.
look right. Here,
Let's see
Jay's showing you a picture.
in the
I don't know if you
chat
can
room.
see. It's a little bright, but we can see like little rolls.
Oh, those look amazing.
So I'm excited about it.
Ah, those look like Cinnabon.
And so,
Yep.
yeah,
So
we're
yeah,
gonna have
we're
cinnamon buns.
excited, and it's funny because when we called her mom, and she was like, they'll turn out fine.
I was
She
like,
was
no, they
like, and she
won't.
said, no, you won't. She was like, well, just make extra icing and just give everybody extra icing. That'll make it better.
Yeah, I was like, extra ice makes everything better. I was like, my
So
mom is
yeah, she was
crazy.
awesome. So
But
So,
that's true. That's true.
you know,
so I think it's gonna be great. I'm excited. So we'll let everybody know how that is on
yeah, on
Monday.
Monday we'll definitely. So
Next week is cherry pie,
yeah, yeah, next week I guess we're making a cherry
homemade
pie.
cherry pie from scratch.
Oh God, that is my favorite pie.
Oh my gosh, yes!
I love cherry
Woo!
pie.
My family's
My
huge on
all-time
apple,
favorite
so he
pies.
has a complex.
See, and Kim,
I
you
love cherry
and
pie.
Kim, you're a Cancer as well, right?
Yes.
Cancers unite.
My sisters are all cancers.
No, they're not. They're on the wrong end of
Uh,
cancer. See, we're on the
Oh, are they
front
on the
end.
cusp of the Leo
I think
side?
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
So like Kim, Tom, myself, Josh Whedon, we're on the right side of cancer.
You don't even know if Joss Whedon even likes cherry
Oh,
pie.
he loves cherry
You do
pie.
not know
I,
this.
Oh no, he totally does. When I talked to him last week, we were
yeah.
talking about cherry.
Bam. Thank
Joss
you.
Whedon?
Yes.
I hate you so much. I like cherry pie though. I like cherry pie. Apple is amazing, and cherry is
Hey, I like
amazing.
apple. I like
I
apple.
like apple.
But I'm gonna
But
make cherry.
cherry is
So
where it's
so
at.
Jay doesn't want me to make cherry because he's like, because we can't eat it all like we could,
Oh, I can
like
eat
we
it
want
all.
to. Well, we aren't gonna eat it all.
But
So
we're
if
not going
my
to.
family doesn't eat it, then it's gonna get thrown away.
They're
So
like,
Jay doesn't like
they're
the
like,
idea of throwing
take it to
away.
work. I'm like, what?
Take it
Because
like a half-eaten pie to work.
Because
No
what we
one wants
do,
that.
we make these baked goods, and we pretty much go around like Santa Claus to both sisters' house, her mom's house, and we drop off pieces of cake and stuff like that. So after we've had our share, we're like, get rid of it. You
So
know,
so that we don't eat it anymore.
you know.
That's
You
our
can mail
secret.
it to me.
I will. I'm gonna have to probably. But yeah. So, um,
So yeah.
have you? What was the first thing, or what's your favorite thing to bake from scratch, or if you have?
Oh no, I love baking. I used to bake bread and biscuits and all kinds of things from scratch. I used to love baking, but I mean, we don't really eat wheat products anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I really haven't baked in a very, very long time. But
Okay.
yeah, I used to love to bake cakes and pies, and I'm really bad at the crust on pies. Are you guys making the crust yourselves?
Yeah,
Yes, we're
we
gonna
do.
do
The
everything.
thing is everything from scratch.
Everything is, yeah. That's the,
Nice.
like, I mean,
Crusts are hard to make them
yeah.
nice and flaky. They're
Yeah.
very, very hard
Do you
to
know what
make.
I learned? I was reading up on it. I was doing some research, and one of the keys is you have to have visible flecks of butter in your crust. You can't mix your crust too much, because what
Yeah.
happens is these flecks of butter, they melt in the oven and they leave little pockets, and that's what makes it
Okay,
flaky.
okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a crust and we're gonna buy a crust.
That's probably a good idea.
That's what we're
Just
gonna
But
in
do.
case.
with it, too,
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
make sure that you have you can't get your dough too cold when you're mixing it.
Hmm.
So, make sure you have everything cold. Your if you have a board that you're going on or your rolling pin, make sure they're cold too.
Okay. See,
Ah.
that's interesting to know. Yeah, it's always good to work with cold to roll it out cold. It needs to be cold when you're rolling it out. They did say that.
Yeah.
They said if it starts to
Yeah.
warm up, put it in the freezer for like a minute or two. Get it cold again.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly. You want to, because I think it goes to that concept with the butter. You want to make sure that the butter just doesn't disperse as much and you keep it cold. And yep. So just don't overwork your things. But I always overworked mine because I could never get it perfect.
okay. Well, that's awesome. That's, that's good to know. But yeah, I think we probably should get a backup crust just to be on the safe side because I know me. I'd be like, oh man, we destroyed the pie. We're never going to make it again. So,
Yeah. That's not true. I'd try again.
yeah.
I would try again.
Um,
And beer biscuits. Have you guys ever made beer
No.
biscuits?
beer biscuits.
Googling.
Beer-
What are
Yes.
beer
Beer
biscuits?
Or beer bread, just
Oh, I've heard of beer
infused beer
bread.
in them.
Wow, there are lots of
Very
things for beer. Paula Deen, I don't want to know about your beer biscuits.
Oh,
Let's
leave
see.
Paula Deen alone. She ain't.
Southern Food Quick Beer Biscuits. They're a snap to prepare and bake. 20 to 25 minutes from start to finish. Huh. All right.
Turn
Maybe
sugar
we'll
into
make some beer
alcohol.
bread one day.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
It
cool.
doesn't have any beer.
So, do you have any other foods you want to mention here, Kim?
I make some damn good enchiladas.
Oh, we are making slow
Kim,
cooker enchiladas.
you don't know how much I love Mexican inspired food. I'm just like, I could eat that every single day.
So, have you made them while you've been since you've been down under?
I've made them with canned enchilada sauce, which I don't really like canned
Oh,
enchilada
Oh,
you
sauce
make your own
because
you
enchilada
make your
sauce.
I
own.
I make them with dried New Mexico chilies, and you can't get dried New Mexico chilies or California chilies over here.
Right.
Right.
So I haven't made it
Oh,
from scratch
wow.
over here, but I used to all the time make homemade enchilada sauce, and it's really easy to
I
make.
don't even think you
It
can get them.
takes a while, but it's really
Yeah.
easy
Huh.
because you have to soak the chilies, and then you have to put them in the food processor and get it all pulpy, and then put it through a sieve to get rid of all the outside of it. And
Hmm.
oh, but it's so good, and it tastes like New Mexico enchiladas, not Tex-Mex. Because there's a
Nice.
big difference.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had some friends that lived in New Mexico, so that moved to
Yeah.
Nebraska,
So
and
and Hatch green chili. Oh, nom 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 nom.
Okay.
because some people like this. This isn't Tex-Mex. I remember Tim and them
Really?
always saying that. this is,
That sounds like something I need in my
yeah.
life.
Well, cool. Well, I'm excited. We'll probably have to. Renee, I'll probably hit you up with that
Yeah.
enchilada
I
sauce.
won't. Yeah, I would love to make that from scratch.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't know it was possible.
Oh yeah, it's really really good, really good. It has a different flavor than you would get from canned stuff.
Mm.
well, cool. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some odds and ends and everything else.
Yep.
Odds and ends.
And this is also we're gonna be wrapping up the show here as well.
Mhm.
But we just want to take some time again just to thank Kim, for gracing us with her
Yeah. It's
presence,
amazing.
and
Oh,
and
thank you guys
also
so much.
and also want to thank you as well for being one of the people that encouraged us to continue on doing what we do, and know that you're a huge influence on us, and I'm just so glad that we can call you friend as well.
Oh yes.
And
Well, I'm glad you guys are doing this. I remember when you first launched it, and you can just see the progress that you guys have made from your first episode till now, and how it's evolved. And it's just incredible, and I love your guys' show. You've done such
Aw.
a terrific job.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and I was thinking about when I was looking at the Frog Pants wiki on Ladies of Leet, and I remember the brief hiatus you all had, and I was like, a lot of people were sad, and I was one of the people that was sad and was like, oh
Oh,
man. And then the awesome thing is that recently you all moved to a weekly show.
Yeah.
yes,
That's what I
yes, we did. And
love.
I think it's become a different type of show. I mean, we still do the same content,
Right.
but now we're able to talk about a lot more games. And because normally what we would do is play one, most of the time it was like a AAA game.
Right.
But now we're like talking about smaller games and these little independent games and quicker games that you can do in a week's time, as well as the big games. So it's really nice. And plus we can have more guests on
Yeah.
as well. Jocelyn's been on recently, but yeah, we're definitely, are want more people to come in too.
Yep. I remember when Renee was on.
I was so excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
because
was wonderful.
we were actually down in Florida. We had set it up in the hotel for
Worked
her
out
and stuff.
great.
Yeah, that was awesome, and
It was.
um,
That was a great show.
it was, and I look forward to being on.
Yeah.
No, let me quit
And
tripping. No, I'm not gonna push myself on. I just like doing that because I know it makes Renee feel uncomfortable.
yeah.
But
Thanks, babe. You're so nice.
but you can find Kim, Stephanie, and Nicole. Ladiesofleet.com. That's LadiesOfLeet.com. And then there again, as we talked at the top of the show, there's Zombinista. Um, so Kim, you'll
Going to pimp
go ahead and
yourself
pimp
anywhere
yourself.
else
Yeah,
you want
just
to
yeah.
pimp
You know what?
yourself.
I'm just gonna hand the reins over to you, and say, pimp yourself. Treat
Okay, well,
yourself.
my address is 16 Pennsylvania Avenue. Oh, no.
That was
That
hilarious.
was
We
funny.
won't do that again. No, but you can, find me at Ladies Elite, at Just Kamali on Twitter, um, and at zombinista.com. Most of my stuff I'm doing right now is I'm concentrating on the video part
Hmm.
of it, doing some videos for
Oh,
Zombinista,
cool.
but because it's like so much fun. I love doing video and I love editing the video. It's a blast. And yeah, that's pretty much me. We're going to be at DragonCon, so come by. I think it's on Sunday at 2 or 3 sometime around there. And Veronica Belmont's going to be on with us, so that's always a pleasure. And yeah, if you ever want to talk, just ping me at any place.
One of my favorite Zombinista videos is when you're doing parkour. I was laughing
That
so hard.
you know
That was so
Actually hurt
funny.
my leg. The very first run I made, I like pulled a muscle in my calf.
Oh
So the
no.
rest of the video is me actually limping a lot. And that's why I sped it up so much because I couldn't actually run.
right.
That is so funny. When you were on that little teeter totter thing, I was like, she is so crazy.
That was awesome. And then it was weird
Thank
because I was playing around with my Chromecast and I actually watched Felicia Day doing parkour. It totally
Yes.
made me think of your video, and I was like, oh, that's just so hilarious, And I had to go back and watch your video, you
Of
know.
course.
Aw. I'm
And
also doing a little series of Joey movies.
yes,
They're like
Oh,
20-second little
oh
movies.
my gosh.
the last
The
one
last one, I
was the
thought it was going to be
best.
something totally different, and I was like, Joey is a little player. He just doesn't care. I was like,
That was
he's
great.
breaking
And
hearts all
so
over the
like
place.
that day, I was just trying to get one video of him doing it. And probably 5 times in a row, he did that. I'm like, oh my God, you stupid dog.
That is
But I have
awesome.
Oh,
Triumph one coming up. I have a car chase one coming up. So, and really what that's letting me do is play with my video editing
Right.
skills and just
hmm
practice on them. And I was like, yeah, might as well put these out there while I'm practicing,
Oh
yep.
yeah.
So
So what software are you using?
Sony Vegas Pro.
Oh,
Oh,
we use that.
we use that.
It's great.
So if you need any, just let me know.
I
'Cause,
love Sony
yeah,
Vegas.
I,
absolutely love it, and that's what we used when we were doing this show a whole different way when we weren't doing it live, and
yeah,
also all of our
it's great.
yeah.
And there's a company called New Blue that has some terrific add-ons for it that they have this August sale on right now
Hmm.
because their stuff was always too expensive for me before, but now they've got this August sale, so I've been getting things for like $5 and $10. I'm like,
Who is
woohoo,
this
that's
now?
awesome. New Blue FX,
Okay,
it's just add-ons
okay,
for your software video
okay,
editing.
Okay,
cool. Yeah,
cool,
we
cool. We'll
just
take a look at that.
yeah, cause we just been doing the just the bare bone is what we did. Um, but Kim, thank you so much.
Thank you. This has been amazing. Thank you so
No,
much.
thank you guys. It's such an honor to be on your show.
Aw, thanks.
Thanks. And if you want to reach Renee or I, You can email the show at thevalentinecast@gmail.com. You can also see our blog at valentinecast.com. The podcast Twitter feed is ValentineCast. The Facebook page is...
It is facebook.com/ValentineCast. You can also give us a call at 415-75-VCAST. That's 415-758-2278. Previous videos can be seen at youtube.com/ValentineCast. Jay's Twitter feed is The Cowboy. That's TheCaoboi. And my Twitter feed is The Ice Flow.
And again, you can find Kim at Just Kamali. That's JustKimolly. You can also find and follow her on Twitter. And then you can also find her at ladiesofleet.com and Zombinista.com. We want to thank the guys over at Pretty Likes Music for allowing us to use their music for the intro and outro, which you can find at prettylikesmusic.com, where you can pay what you want if you want to check out their music. You can also, if you don't have the funds, he says you can have it for free. Thanks, Derek. Chat room. Thank you for showing up.
You've been amazing as usual. And thanks to all the newcomers. Really enjoyed seeing you guys.
We do. And we'll
Buxley.
be... Buxley, boom.
I know. He always comes like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm here.
But we'll be on Monday. It'll
we'll
probably be
check
a
on
brief
Monday.
show. We say a brief show, but it probably still
won't be a brief
normal
show.
time. We did say some things for then. We don't have any special guests next week.
No, but the week after that, we do have a special guest.
Nicole
Spagnolo is going to be on
Ooh,
ValentineCast. That's
yes.
the 26th. So expect her on.
Yep.
then.
And I think that day we're starting at 6 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah, we're starting a little earlier. We'll tweet it out, but we're starting at 6 o'clock rather than 7:30. So keep that in mind.
And Kim, I'm with you. I don't like any of the Assassin's Creed games either.
Oh, thank you.
But
Sometimes I
It
feel
was
like I'm
fun.
the only one.
no, I think the thing that killed me with it is the 2-button run. I have to press 2 buttons to run. It just irritates the crap out of me. I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, I'm
But-
horrible at that. Running in a certain time and
Yes.
this and that. Oh,
I liked it okay. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I have to finish it though.
All right.
I still have to finish Prince of Persia. So don't even get me started.
All right. Well, you
All
guys have a great week. We'll see y'all on Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Oops.
All right.
You just did the booze one because Kim was on here.
Well, I almost did the but I went too fast.
Oh.
I went too far past it. Let's see. Let's hear some Renee.
So
Where's Renee? There's Renee. Or is this me?
no.
Is this me?
So Kim, what do you think is most representative of Australia? A wallaby, a kookaburra, or a kangaroo? In your opinion?
Well, the kangaroo is definitely, I think, the symbol
Okay.
of Australia. A wallaby is just like a kangaroo, though, so it's just much smaller. But kookaburras are badass. I love kookaburras. They're you can hear them and you know exactly, oh, that's a kookaburra. And they're big too. They're like that big. I mean, they're big
Really?
things. And you give them some meat and they just sit there and slap it against the ground or, a hard surface to kill it, even if it's dead. And they're just the most awesome animals. But the birds here are incredible. I mean, I have cockatoos in the front yard and parrots in the front yard, and so cool.
Awesome.
So
See?
cool.
Yeah,
The
us is
birds
just-
are amazing here.
I'm looking at pictures of kangaroos and they just lay all kinds of funny. Cracks me up.
They're hilarious.
Just lay back
Yeah,
and chill and
And I don't really see them in the wild that much. But if you go out of town, you really do.
they act like they're just everywhere or something. but they're not.
Yeah, yeah. They take over. They'll just take over anything.
They're funny looking animals when you really break it down and think about it. They're really funny looking.
They're like um they're like hairy T-Rexes.
Yeah, that's true. But see, they can actually
Yeah.
bend down and touch the ground with their hands. Poor T Rexes can't.
yeah.
Yeah, poor T-Rex.
I know. I love all the little jokes where he can't make a bed. I have
Can't
a
masturbate.
he can't masturbate.
Sure, he can. He doesn't have to use his hands.
Well, he can't masturbate with his hands.
Okay.
And
Not saying
I
that
have
I
a
know from experience.
I have a T-shirt where there's a genie's lamp on the ground and he can't reach it and the thought bubble's coming out and he has these big huge arms but he can't get
Just
to
flexing.
the lamp. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
and I know I feel bad for him. It's kind of
Poor
sad.
T-Rex. Can't do push-ups.
Oh, can't do push-ups. He
Nope.
can't prove he can't
His
prove to the other
manhood.
to the other little girl T-Rexes. You can't even do a push-up.
Well, chat room, we're going to cut the feed.
Yep.
Thank you all for showing up.
Thanks everybody.
Thanks, guys. It was
Oh.
great being on
What?
the show
Oh, what?
and talking with you.
Hey, Kim, Diddy asked, do you all do a live cast for Ladies of Leet?
We don't do one right now. We used to way back when,
Yeah, I remember.
and
Yep.
but right now we're um, Nicole. She has a hard enough time right now getting it going with her busy life. So
Right,
we're
right.
not doing that right now.
Right.
Okay, okay, cool. I think that's. I was just kind of going through and making sure. Okay, all right. See you all on Monday, hopefully. If not, thank you all for showing up tonight and supporting us. So you all have a great evening,
Yep.
and we'll talk to
Time
y'all later.
time to go make some cinnamon roll glaze.
And it's always